live presentation, and a special one of Retro Sports Network, home of the champions of the past, present, and or future. Well, good afternoon. My name is Ron Juckett. Welcome to the program for this 19th day of August 2021, or October 13th, 1949. Take your pick. The New York Yankees lead the best-of-7 World Series at 2-1 as we go into Game 4. And we'll play Game 5, by the way, for you Tuesday. We'll finish the World Series next week, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. We'll figure out something to fill if we're not filling all those 3 slots. But the World Series will go on the next week. So today, the last broadcast of the week. And this is a big one for the Dodgers. They had chance after chance after chance. They lost 7-6 yesterday. The Yankees got that big run at the top of the 9th. The Dodgers had the bases loaded, but could only score 1. Now, I want to explain why I didn't sacrifice or squeeze with Mike McCormick. I simply didn't look. When I looked at my bench to see who I had left, I had McCormick and I had Bruce Edwards, who was a backup catcher. And injuries are turned on, although they are the same game. And so if something happened to Campanella, Edwards was my last choice. And so either the game went into extra innings and we had to pinch hit for Campanella, or take Campanella out with Edwards. He literally was the last player there. Now, a base hit would have won the game for the Dodgers, or at least tied it. And so that's pretty much the reason why. Anyway, the Dodgers have not pitched well in this series at all. They have given up 7 runs twice and 4 in the game they did win. So when you give up 18 runs in 3 games, you're not going to win a lot of baseball that way. They debated back and forth whether it was going to be Joe Hatton or Jack Banta. They're going to go with Hatton. He's on full rest. He can go 135 pitches. The Dodgers need someone desperately to go innings. And they've just too much bullpen so far. The Yankees are going to go with Vic Raschi, the Springfield Rifle. He pitched okay in Game 1. You got Joe Page. You got pretty much 2 chances to wrap this thing up. And so Raschi, the Game 1 winner, will face the Dodgers and hope to win Game 4 and put all the pressure on Brooklyn to bring the series back to New York next week. But for now, take a deep breath and breathe. The Dodgers are down 2-1, but they aren't out of it. A big Game 4 is next. As Retro Sports Network proudly presents the 1949 World Series. Today, from Ebbets Field, live and in color, it is Game 4 between the American League champion New York Yankees and the National League champions Brooklyn Dodgers. The Yankees lead this best-of-7, 2-1. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Follow us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. We talked a little bit about Joe Hatton in the open. He is 32 years old. He is a fastball pitcher and a fly ball pitcher. That fastball tops out at 83. He went 5 2/3 innings in Game 1 in New York at Yankee Stadium, allowed 5 hits, 7 runs, 3 earned. The one thing that got him into trouble were those 6 walks, including 2 with the bases loaded. He struck out 1. So 0-1 in the World Series with an ERA of 4.76. It is a nice day here in Brooklyn. I ate lunch late, so a little bit of a delay of getting started. He is taking his warm-up tosses. 65 degrees and clear here at Ebbets Field. That little bit of a rain shower kind of blew away. There is no wind to speak of today. It is a beautiful day for baseball as the Dodgers try to get back into this series. And let's tell you about the Yankee lineup today. Phil Rizzuto leads off at short. Jerry Coleman will bat second and play second. Joe DiMaggio, who's had some good and some bad in this World Series, will bat third and play center field. Tommy Henrich, one of the heroes yesterday for the Yankees, at first will bat fourth. Oops. A little too anxious with those buttons. Yogi Berra behind the plate will bat fifth. Yogi, remember, had that big home run in Game 2. Johnny Lindell with the lefty on the mound will play left and bat sixth. Billy Brown Cleats Johnson at third will bat seventh. Hank Bauer, who has had a magnificent series to date, did not have a great regular season. It won't matter if the Yankees win this. He's in right. He'll bat eighth. And the Springfield Rifle, Vic Raschi will pitch for the Yankees. He's on a full pitch count, and boy, if he goes 7 or 8, the Yankees are going to be in 7 heaven. I don't know why I did that. Defensively for the Dodgers, Gene Hermansky is a 4, and isn't it? It really is a doppelganger for Jimmy Kimmel. I'm telling you. Gene Hermansky's in left for the Dodgers. He's a 4 and a 6. Duke Snyder is a 9 and an 8 in center. Carl Ferrillo is an 8 and a 10 in right. Speaking of doppelgangers, Guardian fan and Todd B are in this back-to-back in the same stream. Spider Jorgensen is a 3 at third. Pee Wee Reese is a 9 at short. I already ate. We had Subway. Where were you? Jackie Robinson is an 8 at second. Gil Hodges a 9 at first. Roy Campanella a 9 and a 6 behind the plate. Joe Hatton is a 7 on the mound with a .957 fielding percentage. Remember, the key for Hatton is to throw strikes. Rizzuto is 3 for 13 in this World Series with a RBI and 3 runs scored. And Game 4 starts with a ground ball to first. Hodges underhands it to Hatton on a good play, and there's one out. Brings up Jerry Coleman. Jerry, 4 for 13 in the World Series, hitting .308 with a solo homer. Has scored twice and walked twice. Wow, 2 already to ban. I want to be famous too, but the troll bots on Twitch are out in full force for this one. Coleman steps back in. You want to be famous? So do I, but we're not doing it by playing retro sports. Pitch to Coleman is a ground ball up the middle. Reese over to first for the out. All right, we'll let Morgana in the park. We're going to go sit him by Keith Olbermann's mother, right? Aw, thanks, Todd. Here's DiMaggio. Joe, 4 for 9 in this World Series with 6 walks. 2 of those with the bases loaded. That's how he got his RBIs. And he does have a triple. A much better start for Hatton here in Game 4. And there's a fly ball right field, right center. Snyder running a long way with Ferrillo, and Duke against the wall makes the catch to retire the side. What a play by Snyder. Again, completely underrated within the city of New York. But there's a reason why he was that good. The Yankees, and I think for the first time in the series, the team batting first goes down in order. After half an inning, it's the Yankees, nothing. Here come the Dodgers. Vic Raschi did not get a decision in Game 1. He is 30 years old. Fastball pitcher, 85, and a standard pitcher. But he threw 5 in the third innings against the Dodgers in Game 1, allowed 5 hits, 5 runs, all earned. He walked 4 and struck out 1 with an ERA of 8.44. This will be the lineup he'll face. Pee Wee Reese leads off at short. Carl Ferrillo will bat second and play right. Duke Snyder, who made that tremendous catch a moment ago, is in center. He'll bat third. Jackie Robinson cleans up at second. Gil Hodges at first will bat fifth. Roy Campanella, I saw the joke there, behind the plate will bat sixth. Spider Jorgensen, big head picture of Spider, will bat seventh and play third. Gene Hermansky, who's had a decent World Series and left, will bat eighth. And Joe Hatton, who had a pretty good first inning, will bat ninth. Will there be a protest for Cleveland at the home opener next year? Todd B says, no worries, they'll have Guardians at the gate. Ba-doom boom. Defensively for the Yankees, Johnny Lindell a 3 and a 4 in left. Joe DiMaggio a 10 and an 8 in center. Hank Bauer a 3 and a 5 in right. Billy Brown Cleats Johnson is a 3 at third. Phil Rizzuto a 10 at short. Jerry Coleman is a 4 at second. Tommy Henrik is a 3 at first. Yogi is a 10 and a 10 behind the plate. And Raschi is an 8 on the mound with a .985 fielding percentage. And he will walk his fair share of batters. He is a proud member of the 49 club. Pee Wee Reese in this World Series is 2 for 12. That's 167 with 4 RBI, 2 runs scored, and 3 walks. He starts the game with a fly ball to left center. DiMaggio, 1 out. No, I imagine that their hats for the Guardians will not look like a bunch of middle-aged, balding fat men. Oh, true story out of Cleveland, we're being told. There is a roller derby team called the Guardians. That is considering litigation. I think a couple season tickets and maybe an ad on the scoreboard will take care of that. Here's Ferrillo. Carl is 4 for 14, a double, a walk, and 2 runs scored. Raschi deals, and there's a ground ball to third. Johnson on the grass, across the way, and Ferrillo can run, but he is out on the bang-banger, 2 away. Duke Snyder has struggled in this World Series at the plate. He is 0 for 11. He has scored twice. He's walked 4 times, but the Yankees have struck him out 3 times. Pitch to Snyder is a ground ball up the middle. Coleman dives, robs him of a hit over to first, and that will retire the side. Wouldn't you know it? Food, folks, and fun, DJ John. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the second in Game 4, no score. Your opening ad from McDonald's, huh? Well, nothing wrong with that. Favor, P-H-A-E-V-O-R, our newest follower. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoy the content. You are follower 189 here on Twitch. It'll be Henrik, Berra, and Lindell to face Hatton here in the second. That is Jerry Coleman of San Diego fame. Absolutely it is. Played for the Yankees and got his start as an announcer for the Yankees. In fact, he's the one behind the mic on television for Mickey Mantle's 500th homer. Henrik is 3 for 12. A double and a homer, and that came, I believe, yesterday. He's driven in 4 and walked 3 times in this series. Hampton deals, and there's a ground ball to Robinson by the bag, over to Hodges for the out. 1 away. Next World Series game Tuesday at noon. Game 5. I'm going to sneak out and take the wifey out to lunch tomorrow. Yogi Berra is 2 for 13, but one of those 2 hits was a home run, and that came in the Game 2 loss. He has scored 4 times and walked once. Hampton deals, and there's a base hit into right center field. Ferrillo will pick it up. Yogi's digging for 2, and they got him! He got a bit greedy, and Ferrillo has a good arm, and Robinson put on the tag. And whispers in Yogi's ear, and I stole home too, and you know it. Not sure what that means, but Yogi chuckled as he goes back to the dugout. Casey not real amused with that. Here's Lindell. Johnny 1 for 7 in this series. A single and an RBI. He scored twice. Hampton's pitch. Lindell draws a walk. So Lindell has good speed. Billy Johnson 1 for 7. That hit was a 2-run double, or double. He's driven into. Yep, don't run on Ferrillo's arm. And Appa, what year? 49 or what? Because he was a good defender. He was a 39 out of 40 in the Appa Master game with that arm. Woof! That's near perfection. Throw to first. Lindell is back. 2 out, 1 on, top the second. No score, game 4. In the left field, Hermansky coming in. Jorgensen on the grass. Spider will make the catch, and that will retire the side. You don't tug on Superman's cape either. The Yankees get a hit, leave a runner on. We've played an inning and a half here in game 4. No score. So Robinson, Hodges, and Campanella. Clemente, of course, was a 40. And I believe he got the -6 in Strat once or twice. Parker and Dwight Evans. Dave Parker and Dwight Evans were 39s. Oh. Again, -5, -6 arms in Strat. Robinson, by the way, 3 for 12 in the World Series. A single twice and tripled. Cleared the bases in the first inning of Game 1. And that's where all 3 RBI came from. Rashi starts the second with a fly ball to left. Lindell is there, 1 out. Wondering where the goats are. The IRT and the BRT, the 2 subway lines that grace the 5 boroughs of New York, were not thrilled with the fact that a bunch of Himalayan or Nepalese Himalayan goats, or soft, whatever they are, got on the subway at the request of Hilda Chester yesterday. And a quick scan around the stands does not show the goats there. What was else? John asked an interesting question. What was Ellis Valentine in Napa for an arm? I bet it was pretty good. Probably wasn't that great, but I bet it was high. Anyway, Gil Hodges, 3 for 12. He has a bases clearing triple and has driven in 3. Rashi's pitch, and there's a fly ball right center field. DiMaggio moves over, and there's 2 out. Brings up Campanella. Campy is 2 for 12. It's only walked once, but that 1 hit was an RBI double. Rashi from the wind. There's a fly ball left center field. Back goes DiMaggio, and Jolton Joe makes the catch right against the wall. So no runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the third in game 4. It's the Yankees nothing, the Dodgers nothing. And if you're wondering how Apple rated Ellis Valentine, as I'm sure you are, Todd B's memory says between 37 and 39 out of 40. So, again, arms you don't run on. Here's Hank Bauer to start the third. Hank, 6 for 12. All of them singles. He's driven in 3. EJ John tells me he thinks that -4 was his best arm, and Strat never had the -5. I think the only two -6s were Clemente and Evans, weren't they? Or did Parker get one for that fantastic throw in the 79 All-Star game? Pitch to Bauer is strike 3. Hampton got him to look at a 2-2 Bugs Bunny fastball. First strikeout for Joe, and that brings up Rashi, who is 0 for 1 in this World Series. Hampton deals. Rashi draws a walk. Would you believe it? It's the beer league walk. You never walk the pitcher. Never, never, never. Opening 9 for Joe, 2 in the third innings. 35 pitches. A hit, he has walked 2 and struck out 1. Dodgers watch for the bunt here. Jorgensen and Hodges playing in for it. Rizzuto is 0 for 1. He swings. There's a base hit in the right center field. Rashi will hold at second. And I believe that... Nope, Rizzuto's had another hit in the series. So that's the second hit for the Yankees today. They have runners on first and second. And 1 out for Coleman, who's 0 for 1. Coleman, outside of being an announcer, was a manager in San Diego for a year. Wasn't very successful. I remember that being on one of those baseball cards. Clemente's the only one that John remembers that had a -6. That may very well be true. And John remembers from the end of This Week in Baseball, do you know the name of the piece, musical piece that they ran every week at the end of it? When they showed the side view highlight of Valentine throwing a guy out in the All-Star game, it looked like he threw the ball a mile. Yeah, Ellis had a very good arm. So that's a trivia question. What was the name of the music they played over the credits on This Week in Baseball? Pitch to Coleman is a ground ball up the middle. Robinson flips to Reese for 1, over to Hodges, and that should be 2. Is it? Yes, it is. 4, 6, 3. Not John Tesh. Nope, not at all. No runs, a hit, no errors. The Yankees leave a runner on. We go to the bottom of the third inning here in Brooklyn. No score. It'll be Jorgensen, Hermansky, and Hampton to face Rashi here. He was good on different strokes, too. I don't remember John Tesh being on different strokes. Spider 2 for 4 has walked 4 times in this World Series and scored twice. Rashi deals into center field. DiMaggio is there, 1 out. Brings up Hermansky, who's had 2 home runs in this series. With all the firepower on display, Henrik, DiMaggio, Bauer, Snyder, Hodges, that Gene Hermansky has more home runs than anybody right now. He's 3 for 8. He's driven in 3. Pitch to Hermansky. There's a fly ball to right. Back goes Bauer. That'll stay in the yard. 2 out. And that brings up Joe Hampton. Joe is 1 for 2. We've had 3 games. The first 3 games of this series haven't featured much pitching at all. And as you would expect, the Game 1 pitchers. Yep, Jamie says postseason always seems to produce the surprise heroes. We finally have a well-pitched game, 4 games deep, into this Fall Classic. How you doing, golf guy? Good afternoon to you, too. Pitch to Hampton. Got away from Bauer on strike 3. The throw down to Henrik, and that's the inning. So, no runs, no hits, no errors. 9 up, 9 down, as a matter of fact. 3 innings without a run, I know. After 3, it's the Yankees nothing, the Dodgers nothing. So DiMaggio, Henrik, and Berra to face Hampton here in the fourth. Reminder, Game 5, noon Eastern Tuesday. We'll go Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. If the Yankees win, they can actually finish us off in 5. If they win today. If the Dodgers win, we're guaranteed to go 6. Pitch to Joe is a fly ball to left. Back goes Hermansky, away back there in the corner. And that is, foul by the width of a hair on Marilyn Monroe's head. There's a song written about this. Actually, no. I got 2 options, and I want to email somebody first. One of them has a song written about it. So DiMaggio shaking his head on an 0-2 now. Hampton deals. Bats in the center. Snyder has it. 1 out. The Goats have finally arrived. It would not be 69. 69 doesn't really interest me. Here's Henrik. He's 0 for 1. Now, the summer of 69 was not about 1969. Pitch to Henrik is in the center field. Snyder will make the catch, and that will retire the side. No, it's 2 out. You got me thinking here. Yogi Berra has singled his first time up. He's 1 for 1. And if you want to know where the, either option is a no. It does not involve a good Red Sox team. Where have you... Oh, okay, you want this in the Vinny, huh? Where have you gone, Yogi Berra? Our nation turns its lonely eyes to you. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Pitch to Yogi is a fly ball center field, and Snyder now will get all 3 putouts in the inning. Now we're through 3.5. No runs, no hits, no errors. It's the Yankees nothing, the Dodgers nothing. So Pee Wee Reese, Carl Ferrillo, and Duke Snyder. Rashi is opening 9 on 32 pitches. 3 innings and a strikeout. The Reds, in either option, the Red Sox are not going to be a contender. And DJ John is right. That is Simon and Garfunkel. Is it bigger than a bread box? You know, if I had gone 50, that show would have been on the air. What's my line? Pee Wee Reese is 0 for 1. Pitch from Rashi to start the 4th. Popped up. Yogi hands the mask to Al, Red Sox fan, and makes a web jam. That kind of came back on him, and he had to use the glove backwards to make the catch. 1 out. It will not be a 70 season. Oh, Todd, if Joe DiMaggio joined another team for a short term, yes, such as after September, wouldn't that what you actually would call him with his time with the Oakland A's? Would it be wrong to say he had a cup of coffee with them? No. No, it wouldn't. Here's Carl Ferrillo. He's 0 for 1. Base hit past a diving Coleman. He's going for 2. The throw from DiMaggio. Good, safe. He is safe. He is safe. And the Goats are happy. And Hilda's ringing cowbells. First hit for the Dodgers after Vic Rashi retired the first 10 in a row. John's got half of it right. 85 is 1 option. Here's Duke Snyder. Duke is 0 for 1. And yes, there was a song about 1985. Pitch to Snyder. Gets away from Bauer, and Ferrillo moves on to third on the wild pitch. So a 1-1 in the dirt. And the Dodgers have the go-ahead run 90 feet away. Rashi from the stretch. Struck him out. He got him to look at a 2-2 fastball. For 2 out. So 85 is one option. The other one is a year that never ended. So here's Jackie Robinson. Jackie is 0 for 1. Struck him out. Rashi gets out of it. Oh my goodness. A 2-2 curve on the outside corner. No runs, a hit, and no errors. And you've got it right in the chat, Mr. Howard. We go to the 5th. This one's been a nail-biter. No score. It'll be Lindell, Johnson, and Bauer to face Hampton here. Johnny has walked. Come here. Come here. Come here. My wife is giving me a filthy look. Now tell the... Come here. No, I'm not going to put you on camera, but, tell the audience what's the matter.
I'm hearing things.
My wife is hearing things. Lindell walked his first time up. The caveat with 94 is I would need to have that done with the as scheduled schedule. It would not be as played. And with maybe a projection disc. So I have to write to somebody. You know who I have to write to. But that would be... So if I can talk a certain creator of this game into doing a 94 full season, I will do 94. No, well, because we always do a full season. And there are some great stories. Can Mattingly get to the World Series? The Expos, of course. The Indians' bullpen wasn't good enough to win the World Series that year. You never know. Gwynn hitting 400. So I will send a note to Dave today. But so those are the options. 85, the year I turned 14, or a reimagined 94. Pitch to Lindell. Got him. A 1-2 in there at the knees on a curve, 1 out. Here's Billy Johnson. He's 0 for 1. There's a line drive, center field. Johnson digging for 2. The throw, not in time. Billy's got a double. Third hit for the Yankees. And now bring up Bauer, who struck out his first time up. Hampton from the stretch. Into right center. The Yankee fans like it. So does Carl Ferrillo. He makes the catch. Johnson goes to third. 2 out for the pitcher, Rashi, who walked his first time up. There's a ground ball to short. Reese over to first, and that will retire the side. My goodness, halfway home in Game 5, or Game 4 rather, and the Yankees and Dodgers are scoreless. We'll be back after this. Retro Sports Network proudly presents the 1949 World Series. Today, live from Ebbets Field, it's Game 4 between the American League champion New York Yankees and the 1949 NL champion Brooklyn Dodgers. The Yankees lead this best-of-7 series 2-1. And today's game is brought to you by DigitalDice.com, the best darn podcast on the web for your sports simulation and replay needs. Find us today on Spotify, Spreaker, iTunes, or wherever else fine podcasts are listed. Well, here's the detailed recap of today's game. Yep, there hasn't been a run scored yet. Vic Raschi is throwing a one-hitter and has struck out 3. Joe Hampton has thrown a 3-hitter and has struck out 2 through 5. This really is a pitcher's duel. The Cards would like 85 and have Don Denkinger put into retirement. Maybe an automatic tarp machine that doesn't go on either. I think Vince Coleman wins in that World Series. And DJ John was singing along to Bryan Adams, imagining Kathy Ireland in 1994. Weren't we all? Matt Williams had a chance to break Maris's record in 94. He had 43 when play stopped in the middle of August. So we'll see. I'm not going to make any promises it'll be 94, but one of those 2 seasons, that's what I was thinking. Gil Hodges is 0 for 1. And there's a base hit left center field. DiMaggio picks it up. Hodges takes a wide turn, but will wisely hold. That brings up Campanella, who's 0 for 1. Campanella is ready. Here's the pitch. There's a fly ball left field. Lindell will go back and make the catch. Hodges will go back and not tag up. 1 out for Jorgensen, who's 0 for 1. 85 is what I wanted to go with. But if I can get a projection season done for 94, I would do it. So I was thinking 93, but there's only one race. It's Atlanta and San Francisco. At 85, I turned 14, so. Spider Jorgensen's 0 for 1. Pitch. There's a ground ball up the middle. Coleman, the Rizzuto for 1 over to Henrik, and the Yankees turn it. 4-6-3, no runs, a hit, no errors. We've only had 5 hits in this game. We go to the 6th, it's no score. So Hatton will face Rizzuto, Coleman, and DiMaggio. Phil is 1 for 2. He's now 4 for 15 on the series. Hatton threw 18 batters, 68 pitches, 5 innings. 3 hits. He's walked 2 and struck out 2. And there's a fly ball to left. Hermansky will make the catch. 1 out for Coleman, who's 0 for 2. Pitch to Jerry. There's a ground ball to third. Jorgensen across the way to Hodges for the out, 2 away. The Goats have turned their caps inside out. Big articles in the Daily News on whether that idiot Juckett should have tried to squeeze play in the 9th last night. But the Dodgers also left on 12 runners. Any one of them would have tied the game. Here's DiMaggio. He's 0 for 2. Jamie was 15 and 85. Was playing lots of minor league baseball that year. He had a 6-player neighborhood league. Did you get the season discs or just do the generic 20 teams that came with the game? So much fun. Play the devil out of that. Pitch to DiMaggio is 0 for 2 into left, and that's gone. Joltin' Joe has sent that one into the Bronx, well into the upper deck in left field. And the Yankees lead it 1-0 here in the 6th. Hampton left that one so far over the plate, DiMaggio just smashed it like a percolator at the breakfast table. Oh my goodness. 417 feet, well into the upper deck and left. So it's 1-0 New York. The Dodgers do need this one. They better get some runs. Use the C84, okay. Nice. And I'm sure that no one was allowed to pick both the Tigers and the Padres, right? Here's Henrik. Tommy is 0 for 2. And this crowd goes silent. Ball 4. Jack Banta starting to warm for the Dodgers. Here's Yogi. He's 1 for 2. 2 out, top the 6th. Hatton deals. Yogi up the middle. Reese behind the mound. Over to first. Berra is out. They got him on a bang-banger to retire the side. But Joltin' Joe jolted one that Con Edison went, ooh, we're impressed. His solo shot makes it 1-0 New York. Todd P. misses those days of playing face-to-face. Hermansky, Hatton, and Reese. Going to bring out Hatton to pitch the 7th. See if he can settle in a bit. Gene is 0 for 1. The thing is, I know on the version I had for the Apple IIe, if you hit and run at times, the game would freeze. Pitch to Hermansky is into right center. Bauer moves over. Makes the catch, 1 out. So Hatton struck out his first time up. Both pitchers are well under their pitch count. Hatton swings a ground ball to second. Coleman over to first. 2 out. By the way, it is pouring buckets here in Burlington today. DJ John, we'll talk to you later Tuesday for Game 5. We have the remnants from Tropical Storm Fred in the house. It's a dark, gloomy day here. Here's Pee Wee Reese. Pee Wee's 0 for 2. Rashi, 74 pitches through 18 batters. 5 2/3 innings. 2 hits and 3 strikeouts. And just a reminder, I don't DM anybody during the game. You want to say hello in the chat. These guys are pretty friendly. Pitch to Reese is a line drive foul, first or third base side. Somebody from Queens made that catch. 1-2 the count to Pee Wee. Rashi has only been given 1 run. In the shallow right center, DiMaggio comes in, makes the catch, and that will retire the side. We've played 6. No runs, no hits, no errors. Rashi throwing a 2-hitter. We go to the 7th, 1-0 New York. Jamie agrees that face-to-face is the best, but reading or watching like now other people's replays fills that void. You certainly get, we try to give you the social aspect of this, doing these games live. Here's Lindell. Johnny has walked and struck out. He's 0 for 1. Johnson and Bauer to follow. Hatton starts the 7th with a line drive to short. Pee Wee is there, 1 out. Billy Johnson double. He's 1 for 2. The winning score for the first 3 games, the winning team had 7. Yankees would need to get some work done to get to 7. 1-0 as we play at the top of the 7th in Game 4. Pitch to Johnson, ball 4. So Johnson draws the walk. bring up Bauer. Hank is 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Pitch from Hampton. Bauer slams that into left center field, but it's going to run out of juice. Snyder makes the catch. Johnson goes back, 2 out. The Dodgers have been held to 2 hits, a run on 4 hits for the Yankees. They've left on 4. The Dodgers, no runs on 2 hits and no errors, and they left on 1. Eddie Lopat expected to pitch Game 5. The Dodgers really don't have very good options. I think it's going to be Don Newcomb. Vic Raschi is 0 for 1 with a walk. Going to swing with 2 out. He does a chopper down to third. Jorgensen throws it across the way. Raschi's running, and he is safe. An infield hit for the pitcher. And Hilda and the Goats are singing the blues. Here's his scooter. Phil is 1 for 3. Hampton through 27 batters, 106 pitches, 6 2/3 innings, 5 hits. A home run to DiMaggio. He has walked 4 and struck out 2. Pitch to Rizzuto is a ground ball that Jackie Robinson isn't going to play. It played him. It hit off the heel of his glove, and the Yankees have him loaded and 2 out for Jerry Coleman, who is 0 for 3. And so it is a bundle of nerves for everybody here, the 34,000 strong here at Ebbets Field. Hatton deals. Ground ball to Robinson. This should do it. Flips to Reese for the shore out, and the Yankees get nothing. Stretch time 1-0 New York. Dodgers were so eager to take the bat in this inning that the organist played 2 songs at once. That's pretty special. Here's Ferrillo. Carl has doubled today. He is 1 for 2. Raschi has a pitch count of 150. He's only thrown 78. Ferrillo grounds it foul, third base side. Count is 0-2. Raschi hasn't walked anybody. Struck him out. He got him to check his swing, but looked at the rainbow curve for strike 3. And now brings up Duke Snyder. Duke is 0 for 2. He is due. He has struck out once. Raschi winds and fires. Ball 4. So the tying run is on for Jackie Robinson, who was 0 for 2 with a strikeout. Raschi throws to first. Snyder back. Here's the pitch. There's a chopper up the box. Rizzuto's got it in front of the bag. At second, the throw to first, and Robinson's retired. On a bang-banger, Bert Schotten will come out and argue it. He looks safe from here is what we're hearing, but there's no replay in 49. Brings up Hodges, 2 out. He has singled. He is 1 for 2. He has one of the 2 Dodger hits. Carl Ferrillo has the other. Got him! Raschi is dealing. A 2-2 fastball swung on and missed. And we go to the 8th. The Dodgers, no runs, no hits, no errors. They've left on 2 overall. It's the Yankees 1, the Dodgers nothing. The Dodgers are going to go with Carl Erskine. His first appearance of the series, he had 21 appearances on the replay with 3 starts. He went 3-2 with 2 saves, but an ERA of 5.59. He is a 22-year-old fireballer at 93 and is a fastball pitcher. His last appearance, goodness gracious, he hasn't pitched in a month almost. September 19th against the Cubs. An inning and 2/3, 2 hits. So overall, 48 1/3 innings. Yeah, Carl is still with us. I think the only member of either team to still be alive now that Bobby Brown passed away. 48 1/3 innings, 45 hits, 30 runs all earned. The bad news is for the Dodgers, he walked 48. He struck out 22. So DiMaggio, Henrik, and Bauer to face Erskine, the kid, here in the 8th. It's like, congratulations, welcome to the World Series. Go retire Joe DiMaggio. Erskine deals, and DiMaggio says, okay, I'll comply, into center field. Snyder drops it! And DiMaggio is going to get a 2-base error. Oh, no! Snyder, there's no wind. We're in the daylight, and he just lost the ball. He kind of snow-coned it. I think he took his eye off it. And DiMaggio cruises into second with a 2-base error. My wife thinks I called her again. You just want to watch? Sarah says no. Okay, thank you. Goodness gracious. Brings up Henrik. You can't give this Yankee team extra outs. Henrik is 0 for 2 with a walk. Here's the pitch. Tommy line drive to short. Pee-wee is there, 1 out. And that brings up Yogi Berra, who's 1 for 3 with a single. The Yankees trying to get a big insurance run. Campanella, Jorgensen, and Hermansky to face Rashi in the 8th. Erskine delivers. Berra in the left field. Hermansky tracks that one down. 2 out. DiMaggio to third. The throw not in time. So the insurance run is 90 feet away for Johnny Lindell. Johnny is 0 for 2. He has walked and struck out. Yankees 1, Dodgers nothing here in the top of the 8th. Pitch to Lindell. There's a fly ball to left, but Hermansky will get there. He does, and that will retire the side. The error somehow does not hurt Brooklyn. No runs, no hits, and an error. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's the Yankees 1, the Dodgers nothing. So Campanella, who was 2 for 14 on the series, and is 0 for 2 today. The Bums need something right now. Banta would pitch the 9th if needed. Or Branca. They're both up in the pen. Pitch to Campy in the left center. DiMaggio, 1 out. The Dodgers are running out of outs. Here's Jorgensen. Spider is 0 for 2. Rashi has thrown a 2-hit gem. Got him! That's 6 for the Springfield Rifle. An 0-2 curve on the black, and all Jorgensen can do is lean back and shake his head. And that brings up Hermansky, who was 0 for 2. If he reaches pitcher's spot, Dodgers would love to pinch hit for Erskine. Johnson, Bauer, and Rashi due up for the Yankees in the ninth. Pitch to Hermansky. Got him! Rashi got him to swing and miss. 3 days rest? Yeah, we'll do that. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the ninth inning as we cross the 1 o'clock hour here in the East. It is. The Yankees 1, the Dodgers nothing. So Erskine will get the call to start the ninth. Johnson, see if the Yankees pinch hit here, is 1 for 2. He has doubled and walked. 1 run, 5 hits, no errors for the Yankees. They've left on 8. The Dodgers, no runs, 2 hits, 2 errors, and they've left on 2. The lone run coming on a Joe DiMaggio solo shot in the 6th. Johnson stays in the game, grounds 1 to short, Reese by the bag at second, 1 out. They've all been good games. This may be a 5-game series, but they've all been good games. Bauer is 0 for 3 with a strikeout. Erskine has held his own. Here's the pitch. There's a line drive to Robinson, 2 out. So despite the error by Snyder, Erskine has retired 5 of the 6 men he's faced. Rashi, you know he's going to stay in the ball game. He's 1 for 2 with a walk. It'll be the pitcher's spot, Pee Wee Reese and Carl Ferrillo. And if anybody should reach, boy, is Duke Snyder due. Rashi strikes out. Erskine retires everybody, including the one that Snyder dropped. So a 1-2 curve swung on and missed, and we go to the bottom of the ninth. It's Malock's time here at Ebbets. No runs, no hits, no errors. We go to the bottom of the ninth, 1-0 New York. So, who can hit a righty? And the answer, Marv Rackley. The Dodgers need something, man. In postseason play, and we know this is biased because of only the 1 round until 69, the Dodgers went 47 years without coming back in the ninth to win a ball game. I forget which game of the 41 series the Dodgers crawled back to win, but they went all the way to Kirk Gibson in Game 1 of the 88 series before the Dodgers came back to win a World Series game being down in the 9th inning. Rackley is 1 for 2. He has singled, and this is his 3rd pinch hit appearance in this World Series. And can he homer? He can. In the right center field, Bauer, 1 out. And that brings up Pee Wee Reese. Pee Wee is 0 for 3, and now 2 for 15 in the World Series. The Yankees will go with Eddie Lopez. The Dodgers really are going to be forced to go with Newcomb, all the pressure in the world, to save the Dodgers season. Tuesday at noon right here. Pitch to Pee Wee. Ground ball to Coleman. Easy play. 2 out. Vic Rashi, unless Ferrillo extends the game, is going to be our player of the game. He has struck out 7 in a 2-hitter. Ferrillo has 1 of those hits, and yes, he can homer. He has doubled. He is 1 for 3. He has also struck out. From the wind, into right field. Bauer will get that, and the Yankees lead this World Series 3-1. Yogi Berra and Vic Rashi exchange a half hug, half handshake as they walk toward the Yankee dugout. And the Brooklyn Eagle headline tomorrow morning will be "Damn Yankees" for sure. Rashi, who now figures, unless heaven and earth get swallowed up here, might have won him the World Series MVP. He certainly is a digital dice MVP, a two-hitter through 9 innings. He struck out 7 and walked 1. What an effort. Joe Hampton, hard luck loss here in Game 4. 7 innings, 5 hits, a run it was earned. The solo homer by DiMaggio. He walked 4 and struck out 2. And yeah, one fat pitch driven halfway to Marilyn Monroe's house determined the game. They've all been good games so far. And how about Carl Erskine? Hadn't pitched in a month, faced 7 batters, gave Duke Snyder a pat on the back after that error, and he struck out 1. Well, so the Yankees have a chance to wrap this up Tuesday afternoon at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. So it'll be the Game 2 pitchers. It'll be Don Newcomb for the Dodgers and Eddie Lopat for the Yankees, trying to win the World Series or save the Dodgers season. I'm Ron Juckett. Yeah, Bill Freehand passed away. Sorry about that, Tiger fans. So, I'm Ron Juckett. Thank you so much for watching. We'll talk to you Tuesday for Game 5. Filler programming will be football. Till then, have a great weekend, everybody.